Welcome to On the Prowl. I'm your host, Aislinn Singleton, and with me today is the coach of the Destrehan Wildcats, Coach Stephen Robicheaux. Thanks for joining us, Coach.
Thank you so much, Aislinn.
Coming up on today's show, Coach Robicheaux will break down last week's game against the Hahnville Tigers, and we'll get Coach to preview this week's game against the Terrebonne Tigers. And we'll get a final update on 2016 Pink League's campaign. How do you feel about beating your rival for the fourth year in a row at the Battle on the River?
Well, we're really excited, obviously, for the win. That 4 in a row really doesn't matter a whole lot to me. It just means that, but this year is the only one that really matters. But, it's good to be able to win and to beat a good opponent like Hahnville, who does a tremendous job, and for us to get that win was big for us.
Were you surprised at all by the way Hahnville have played this year?
Not at all. We kind of went kind of crazy. In my eyes, it kind of looked like we were in control of the first half. We moved the ball quite well, and we stopped them pretty good. We had 260 yards total offense in the first half. They had 75. So it was 14-0 at half. Things were going pretty good. But I tell you what, Coach Salt and them did a tremendous job coming out in the second half, got his kids fired up, and they came out and made it a game. So it's a typical rivalry, typical Hahnville Destrehan, both teams playing hard, and I was not surprised at the outcome at all.
What are your thoughts on still remaining undefeated this season?
We're excited. It's better than alternative, obviously, but we're excited about that. These kids have done so much work. They worked extremely hard through the spring, the summer, and now here we are in the fall, and they've done great things. We lost a lot of players from last year's team, but these kids have done a tremendous job at doing what the coaches have asked them to do. They worked hard. They've been dedicated of doing the right things, and I'm just really excited where we are. We played 4 and won 4, and that you can't get any better than that right now. But we're still in the growing process. There's a lot of mistakes we made Friday night that we need to get better at, and the kids see it and they know that. So hopefully we can get those fixed and continue to maybe win a few games the rest of the year.
Let's take a look at the first half highlights.
Well, at least we can break through the paper. It's a good thing. Cohen hits Justin Jefferson. Justin had a tremendous game. He had 11 catches for 170 yards and a touchdown. He's been doing that for us all season. Just a great deal. Christian Mosley behind some good blocking. Does a tremendous job getting the ball deep into Hahnville's territory. This is where Cohen's so good. He get out of the pocket and make things happen with his feet. And when the quarterback does that, it's really a good thing. Nice pass to Justin. He's been so good with the ball in his hands after the catch. I tell you what, the guy's really tough. His lanky frame really makes it tough to bring down. Great move right here, big time move. Gets the ball down to the 10-yard line. Great job right here. Coach Boyne with an excellent call, taking a hand off the Mosley and hitting out tight end over the middle. This is what we talked about. Hahnville does a tremendous job, gets his pin back to our 2-yard line, and Cohen comes up with a big run to get us moving. Big catch by Mike Young, who we got back last week from a hand surgery, so good to have him back playing well. And there's Justin, he's just a tremendous frame as a receiver. Go up and get the ball, just a tremendous catch by him. One of our sophomores making a big play, our free safety, Champ Craven, comes up with a big interception right here in the second quarter. Allows us to score, go up by 2 scores. That's Cohen hitting Justin. Justin on a terrific route, and Cohen gets in the ball. And we are 14-0. Rick Rogers, good job hitting Austin Perrin here for a loss.
How can you describe Mike Young's efforts in his first game fully back from his recovery?
Mike had a broken thumb in the summer, so he didn't get a whole lot of work in the summer. And then he found out that he had to have surgery on his wrist. So he had a combination of 2 injuries coming out of last spring, and for him to come back this quickly, we found out last Thursday that he was cleared, ready to go, and kind of just used him to kind of get him ready for the Hahnville game. But for him to be back and play with the confidence, and that catch he made and that last drive was incredible, and it's the reason why you can see the reason why he's going to Notre Dame. But just a great kid that has done great things for us the past 3 years, and I tell you, I think he's going to have a great year again this year. He just works extremely hard, and I think he's going to be real good for us.
Coach, both teams seem to lose a key player during the first half. Do you think this may have altered the final score?
I think so. You know, I know that Puka went down for them. He had a bad ankle, it looked like, and I tell you what, he came back in the second half and did a tremendous job against us. And of course, we lost Cohen. You know, Cohen's the guy that makes us go, and I tell you, we're losing him. Losing your starting quarterbacks, it was a tough deal for us, but. I tell you what, for a kid, a sophomore, J.R. Blood, to come off the bench and do what he did in a big game like this, at a big stage like that was on Friday night, was truly incredible. So my hat's off to Coach Boyne, our offensive coordinator, who had J.R. ready to go and knew what to call that J.R. could be successful. And I think that was big for us. And I can't describe how incredible I thought that was for J.R. to come off the bench in that game and play the way that he did.
How could you explain your team's drive during the first half?
Well, I thought we did well first half. You know, looking back at film, I thought we played good defense. Obviously, holding Hahnville to no points in the first half was a great feat, because they've been scoring points. They have a tremendous offense, especially with Puka back there, and Austin Perrin does a tremendous job at the quarterback position. Their offensive line is probably as big as we face, and they're real athletic. So to hold them with no points, I was very pleased with that. And then you know, for us, we moved the ball well, but we shot ourselves in the foot a couple of times. So I thought we should have had more points in the first half. But hey, we were still up 14-0 in a big rivalry game, so I was happy at that point.
Let's take a look at the second half highlights.
Yeah, they went down. They scored. It's 14-7. Macon Clark comes back, makes a big play from backside. Robicheaux, Jay Stroud does a good job right here, stopping the running back Clark. Christian Mosley running the ball hard inside. He's more of a fast finesse type guy, but he does run the ball hard. That's JR getting the ball to Justin. Justin just makes people miss. Great throw by sophomore Blood to Christian Mosley. Kind of helps us at a big time right here, where it's kind of not, you know, stalemate a little bit. Put us up. Hahnville goes down to score and missed the extra point, so it's 21-20. So it's a great ball game here midway in the fourth quarter. And this little sophomore is going to be pretty good too. John Emery with a great run. Great run. J.O. does a good job, and that's the catch I was talking about with Mike Young. Just a tremendous catch by him. Quentin Tovar, another sophomore, with a great catch on a clutch third down play. And you see J.R. not playing like a sophomore at all. He loses the rush, finds Mike down the field. Great concentration by Mike. That's a tough ball to catch when the ball is away from you. It's minute 49. We got to drive down the field, get a big first down here by Justin. I'm sorry, Quentin Tovar. That was Quentin. Big run by John Emery, picking up a key first down. Kendrick Lee didn't hear much, but here it comes with a big play. Coach Boyne knew what to call right there, and gets a big first down for us. And there's Christian hitting the hole behind Jacob Rouser. Big pickup. Setting up the field goal by Bradley Quinn. Knocks it through. We up by 3. They get their last chance to come down. And Mike Young ends up getting the interception for the win.
How did you feel about sophomore quarterback J.R. Blood replacing Cohen's position?
Well, we discussed that already. I tell you what, he's a very intelligent kid. He's a kid that works extremely hard. He's a starter on a basketball team as a freshman, and I think that helped him in this big stage here. But he just came in and then, you know, at halftime just told him, hey, we have all the confidence in the world. You could see in his eye that he was ready to go. And our offense coordinator, Coach Bourne, asked him what he likes. He says, anything, Coach, we can run anything. And he kind of meant that he could personally handle anything that we give him. And he did. He went out there. You saw him elude the rush and make great plays, great throws. And that's just the type of kid he is. He's a competitor. He's a winner. So, you know, I was tickled pink to be able to see him do what he did out there on Friday night.
Is there any idea when Cone will be back this season?
Not really sure. Got an MRI yesterday, so we're not really sure where we're at yet. But, you know, Cohen's a great kid. He works extremely hard. So if there's a chance that he can come back, there's no doubt he will. So, you know, it's just tough for a kid who's led, that's all he's done in his career is won 15 games. The only one he's got credit for the loss was the Superdome game 2 years ago as a sophomore. And he's been tremendous throughout. So, you know, he's a competitor. He's the kind of guy that you want leading your team. So there's no doubt if there's a kid that can come back, it'll be Cohen.
Justin Jefferson caught 8 passes for a total of 138 yards. Have you seen any improvements in his game since the beginning of the season?
Justin's been solid. He's our go-to guy. He's a guy that we put on the backside and get a lot of one-on-one coverages from the defenses, and he makes it pay every time. He's so big. He's 6'3", you know, right about 190 pounds, and he's just, his frame makes him hard to cover. And he's got great ball skills. He can catch the ball tremendously, and he can run with it after he catches it. So he's been good for us all year, and believe me, he's definitely going to be a college player. He's that good of a player. How
do you think Brad Quinn connected as a first-year kicker?
You know, as a coach, you know, when you think of special teams, it's kind of crazy. And Brad had just got one blocked early, not his fault at all. It was a breakdown in our field goal team. But for that to happen and him to come out in that stage, you know, in front of that many people, to come out and get it. And when you watch the film, I mean, his mechanics are perfect. He gets his plant foot down, he follows through, and it's a perfect kick. So that says a lot about him. It says a lot about his character, his demeanor. For him to go there and not get rattled and put that ball right through the uprights was truly a testament to his hard work. And like you say, he's self-taught, first-year kicker. We went get him off the soccer team last year, and he ends up winning a big game for us. So I'm really happy and excited for him.
Thanks, Coach. Coming up, we'll get Coach to look ahead to this week's game against the Terrebonne Tigers. And we'll find out how the 2016 Pink Wings campaign ended up. We'll be right back.
Come on down to the United Way of St. Charles Parish's annual Battle for the Paddle on Thursday, October 6, 2016 at the West Bank Bridge Park in Luling. Admission is $5, which can get you all the gumbo and jambalaya you can eat. Kids under 10 get in free. Parking for the event will be in the areas highlighted in yellow. For more information and the full map, check the website. There will be shuttles going back and forth between parking areas and the West Bank Bridge Park. Parking inside the park will be prohibited the day of the event. We hope to see you there.
What can $5 do for you? It can buy you all-you-can-eat gumbo and jambalaya. It can get you hours of great live entertainment. You can even get fun and joy for the whole family. But what can those $5 do for someone else? They could help rebuild someone's house, or they could help better someone's health. $5 for you is an opportunity for someone else.
Welcome back to On the Prowl. I'm your host, Adrian Singleton. Now that the rivalry game is over, and how are you and your team gonna finish the rest of the season?
Well, you know, it's a tough game because of everything else involved other than the game. You know, you have so many fans around. You know, it's a great thing for us for our school district to be able to put on such a show. But it's tough on coaches. It's tough on the kids because there's so many distractions. The only good thing that we got is we have homecoming this week. So we go from the Hahnville game to now we go straight to homecoming. So it's been kind of tough on us. You know, the one thing that I have on the board right now is, hey, the main focus this week is the game and not on all the other stuff. But our kids have been good. They've done everything we've asked. So I think that they will refocus and get ready to play a tough Terrebonne team on Friday night.
Although Terrebonne is 3-1, do you see them as being a challenge this Friday?
There's no doubt that they're 3-1. They lost a close game to Thibodeau, who has a pretty good football team, but they have some good athletes. They really do. They big up front on defense. They got linebackers that are real active. They got a lot of speed in the secondary. They got a running back that's a real fast kid that we're going to have to try to contain. Offensive line's big, so they got a good team. There's a reason why they won 3 ball games, and we got to get ready to play.
How are you able to keep your teams focused?
Well, you just got to think about what's important, and we talk about it all the time. The most important thing is that program at Destrehan, and what are we there for? We're there to play football. We're not there for the motorcade. We're not there for the homecoming dance. We're there for football, and that's what we need to think about this week. The most important thing is, are you getting enough rest? Are you doing the things that we can be successful on Friday night? And then everything else will just take care of itself.
Thank you, Coach, for coming.
Thank you very much.
Every year, the Satellite Center Health Career Exploration and Patient Care teams hold a fundraiser to raise money for breast cancer research. The final total for both schools is $25,378. They both raised $7,000 more than last year's campaign. The West Bank came out on top by raising $15,559, and the East Bank raised $8,819,000. Outstanding job from both sides of the river. And that will do it for this week's edition of Destrehan on the Prowl. For updates and news on Press Play Productions, check out our website at presstoplay.tv. Tonight we leave you with Destrehan High School Marching Band performance from Friday night. I'm your host, Aislinn Singleton. Thanks for watching.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight the Desty Darlings are excited to be performing for your entertainment to Can't Stop the Feeling, played by the Pride of Destrehan Band. The Desties are under the student direction of Captain Kylie Burgess, Co-Captain Layla Ruffin, and Lieutenants Lauren Renew and Kyla Thomas. They are under the direction of McKay Burgess and Haley Better. The Desties would like to thank their top sponsors, DNR Group Incorporated, Raising Cane's in LaPlace, Caballero Orthodontics, Rainbow Chevrolet, and C&D Plumbing. Ladies and gentlemen, for your halftime entertainment, please welcome the Pride of Destrehan Band in color guard.